Welcome to Back to Me, a serious investigation into what happens when you leave two women alone with microphones.
We are your hosts, Lisa and Katie. Stop doing that every week.
Did you like my voice? I got very serious.
Yes, it was all very...
I'd like to apply to be like a serial killer movie narrator.
And do the Foley. People don't know what Foley is. It's the sound effects that miss if you can't just record a whole movie.
Yes.
And that's what you'd like to be.
That'd be so fun. Foley artist, they're called. See, add in all
Do you
of
have
the
to go to
dancing.
Foley school, like clown school for that?
Funny story, I did go to...
I can believe this. Whatever you're going to say next, I can believe.
Whatever notion I took when I went to university and was walking around Freshers' Day, I joined the juggling club.
Love that. I don't know how my boobs would work in that whole situation.
Well, you'd be juggling 5, not 3.
And golf doesn't work for me with these weapons of mic destruction. Golf doesn't work for me either. Anyway, how did juggling school go?
I mean, really, what was I thinking? Like, if I wasn't already super geek. Great, I'm a really good juggler.
Are you?
Did
you meet any other super geeks?
Oh, some super insane jugglers, like the ones that can do like 50 balls at once. And
how did they do them?
Like this.
If you're not watching, you're missing it out. You're missing out.
And
also, go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
Also, we're putting ourselves to the test today because we are actually live on Instagram and doing the podcast. And the reason why we're doing that is because Instagram hates us.
Let it all out, Lisa. You're very cross with Instagram.
Okay, but we didn't finish your story before we started that. So juggling.
Lots of juggling. Oh, and I also went to unicycle.
Can you use?
Not anymore.
How do you even start unicycling? Do they have training wheels? Do they have stabilizers on the unicycle? That makes me laugh. That makes me laugh a lot. Imagine a unicycle with training wheels. That's so fun.
Did you have a wee drink with your lunch?
No, I did not. But I did not. But I've been working this morning, so I'm all over the place.
No, you just kind of had to launch. I did one impressive face plant.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
No, not me, but like.
I don't
know where you'd even start with that.
I have no balance. I don't know what I was
Did they not give you what are they called? Penny farthings? Why do I know this information? With the big wheel and then the wee front. Yeah. Did they not even give you a wee front wheel to start you off?
No. I think the idea is that you're probably already quite skilled cyclist of some kind before you start.
Can you even do no handlebars? Can you even do that? No. I think if you could do that.
I like take one hand off and I'm like, whoa.
I think if you could do that, that would be helpful.
I fall off bikes that are stationary, so I really don't know what I was thinking.
Have you done the electric bikes?
I actually don't know if I have ever been on an electric bike.
They're great crack.
My mum did fall off and break her, I want to say, wrist off an electric bike. Okay. See, it runs in the family.
But just because that one person did that, we're not going to never ride electric bikes. We're not going to do the 99th email thing.
99th email. Yes, Lisa.
But do you know what's killing me at the minute? These motorised scooters. I bet you Billy has a motorised scooter.
Of course, we've got 2 in our house.
Oh, they're a liability. They're an absolute liability.
I'm actually pretty sure they're also completely illegal on the roads.
And no helmets.
We're a helmet family.
Yeah, I thank goodness for
you
that.
were about to say, I know that about you.
I was dubious about that, but thank goodness for that. I feel that's more your rule than Billy's rule, I gotta say.
No, Billy's big into... He was a big skateboarder, mountain biker, all that growing up, so he's very much into the helmets.
Right.
But, yeah.
They're total liability. On the footpaths. They fly on the footpaths. Anyway, sorry our people who we're live with. Hope we're hanging in there. So, that's so funny. Unicycles. We're upset with Instagram.
We are.
Because when I share things on my story, I don't mean to be that person, but a couple of thousand people would usually watch my story. I get some hearts. I get some little nice messages. Occasionally I get a little flame emoji. I'm happy with that. No, I'm not really. Anyway, all fine. Really. When I share anything about our podcast, I get, well, not 0, but like 200 people on the story.
Maybe they don't like it.
It's not us, it's that land that have just decided that I don't know if it's because we're sharing another page that's associated.
But then you tried to...
I tried to do it without.
And nothing.
And I don't want to speak like, you get less interaction with a video than you do with just a picture and words.
Which is strange.
first of all. Because Instagram stories was always people talking. That was always the way. And so people say to me all the time, how can you talk so freely on your story? I'm like, people, when I started Instagram, people just did, that was just, if you're going to get on your story, that's how you did it. But if you watch now, there's less people talking because they just doesn't like you. So if I put up somebody else's podcast, my best friend Davina McCall or somebody or something about Joss Stone, our two best friends, normal interaction. But when it's us, nope.
Although we're neither Joss Stone nor Davina McCall, so could that be why?
Silly girl. Silly
when I share
girl.
podcasts from super famous people, get lots of interaction.
It's so weird. So this is why we're doing the live today, people. Sorry. This is why we're doing the live today. Podcast people, we're doing a live on my Instagram. So if you're watching this live, we would love it if you could give us a little follow. Or if you're listening, if you give us a little follow on the Back to Me Instagram. That would be great.
And maybe just like watch Lisa's reel so that she can feel a little happier about herself.
And stop tormenting me into. But you said the same. I don't go on to that TikToking. I don't go near the tick of the talk. It's too mean for me. I can't cope. My nervous system.
I think it's possibly because you call it tick of the talk that it's mean to you. Just thought.
But you said the same thing. Like you put it on the Back to Me tick of the talk.
I put
page.
something on TikTok, and we get a lot more views than when I put it on yours with 2,000 followers. The algorithm hates you.
Nightmare. In other news, Nigel listened to last week's the whole thing.
Oh, was that the first time listening to the whole thing?
Well, he now feels he's caught up.
Oh. It would be the week that I messed up and put the wrong audio up on the
But it
podcast.
was good that he listened to it, because I'd only watched it. So he listened to it and he goes, there was kind of a weird muffly situation, like 9 minutes before the end. I was like, a weird muffly situation. And then I remembered last week the camera went off and we had to pause and da-da-da-da. But it's okay. This happens. Life happens.
You need to know I'm not perfect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, make mistakes once in a while.
We all make mistakes. Thank goodness we weren't saying anything that made it not PG.
We used to, I told you, as you know, we used to film weddings and people would always ask us for the raw footage, as in the stuff straight off the camera. And we didn't talk about, that's not our style to just talk about people behind their back, but there's always that one fear that, what if you went, oh, look at crazy great Aunt Joan over there. Like,
and also things can be taken totally out of do you remember the movie with here we go, Julia Roberts and floppy dupsy hair, your man
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, thank you, of course. Remember the movie and Notting Hill, and he overhears her on the mic, and she's like saying, no, that person over there, I don't even know them, and he leaves because he's so
but she was protecting him because the guy was a big gossip.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I do. I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. We're just romantics, we can't help ourselves.
We're just two girls standing in front of Instagram asking
Instagram to like us. Please like us, Instagram. Please post something.
The people are actually very keen to know how your feet are.
Are the people being in this room?
Just me. Well, actually I know because you give me daily updates, but
pictures. In case you don't know or don't listen every week or watch us.
Or you're not on Lisa's OnlyFans foot page.
Definitely doing that. No, I'm definitely not. I was out last Thursday night. Should have gone home in plastic, beautiful, see-through,
plastic,
Kardashian type shoes, like neutral. Anyway, blah blah blah. Beautiful. I will be wearing them all the time again. I should have come home and I hurt my toe very, very badly. I think now looking at it, I think it was a blister that actually burst while I was still walking. Sorry, people, if you're weird about that. It's a very bad cut. But I have trainers back on today. I'm back at the gym. It's okay.
Okay.
My daughter, who is a qualified doctor, is a qualified doctor now, said, that looks sore.
Wow.
That was all. Oh, really? Well, I was looking for something.
Oh, I think doctors are generally very unsympathetic. So even acknowledgement that it was sore is good. I would take that.
That's the first time I've said it on Instagram, but at least. I've said it on the podcast, but it's the first time I've said it on Instagram. So, yes, so she's through the gate. Dr. McFarlandland is in the house. She's signing Dr. McFarlandland now, and she's got her job all set up, and we're golden.
That's awesome.
We're golden. But, yes, she said it's very sore. I was looking for some sort of treatment plan. She said very sore. That was all I got. Lara, my other daughter, I sent her the picture, and she just slipped it back. Mummy. Like not, oh, how did you do it, Mummy? She was just like,
She's just appalled.
I know that is self-inflicted.
Disappointed face.
Disappointed face. I got a disappointed face this morning as well, didn't I? I was 5 minutes late.
12. 12 minutes late.
12 minutes late. Sorry,
But
Katie.
to be fair, then the building had a fire alarm test right at about 13 minutes past.
So
Had we been in the middle of the podcast.
That would have been funny. See, I
you're
knew that.
You knew that.
I knew that. I
Yeah.
talked to the lady and I knew that. So because of my sore toe, I haven't been doing very much this week.
Not high maintenance, sorry.
I'm so high maintenance. I don't understand that that's anything to be ashamed of.
It's not. It's not.
And my brother's visiting this week.
That's right. In California.
Yes, so he's visiting and the weather's been stunning. He just keeps walking around going, seriously, like this, what's happening? Like I'm roasted. We went in for lunch, we went into Belfast. Why do we have to go into Belfast? I can't remember. We were in Belfast, dropped him off, he went, did some shopping, met him in, the Bullet Hotel, the lovely wee courtyard, thinking, sitting out in the sun. You get in and he goes, I don't sit in the sun to eat. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Americans.
Americans. So I had to find shade for him. Horrible.
It does feel, I feel like 22 in Northern Ireland feels hotter than like
That's what he
30 in America.
That's what he said. Is it just because we're not sitting by the pool?
Yeah, nor do we have air conditioning in very many
In very
places.
many places. I know.
Maybe that's what it is.
But we're loving the weather. Thank you more for the weather.
Thank you more.
So, have you done anything exciting this week?
Didn't I tell you before the podcast started that I had not done anything exciting this week? Don't ask me that.
But I believe your boss was away. So do you have to work, do you have to
So I
work
did
as hard?
nothing.
Do you
Yeah,
have
she
to
was
work
in
as hard?
Dubai, so.
Do you have to work as hard when she's away?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I gotta keep the whole place running.
Oh, it's worse when she's away.
That's not true. But there was a lot to this week. It's just busy. My son did get into the school of his choice, which was
So
good.
happy about that. So happy. I haven't heard any reports of anybody who haven't got into the school of their choice yet. Have you?
A few have got second choices, but
Oh,
still
okay.
technically a choice, isn't it?
Okay,
But I've not heard any of the horror stories of no one getting school
No,
places.
that is shocking. Yes, that's good. That's very, very, very good.
Yeah,
Well, I did have a topic, a life coachy topic to talk about.
great.
I wish I could do it smoother.
Yeah,
but-
that's not smooth at all.
Okay, well, we'll do it different then.
Okay.
You can take that out or keep it in. I don't mind.
I'm going to take it out.
Okay, and this we can all like. See, I laugh at my own body language when I watch the podcast back because I'm like just chatting away, and then I go, I think I'd like to share this, and then I go, hands down on the desk, shoulders back, big breath, let's go. It's like I've switched from we're just mates to this is very important now.
She's about to teach me a life lesson.
The rules of the game are: if 10 is the best you've ever felt in your life and 1 is the worst you've ever felt in your life. Okay? That's the rules of the game.
Okay.
All right? And I'm going to now pass on a little tool that we can use with our partners.
And do you mean emotionally or physically or both?
I just mean like 1 is can't get out of bed to brush my teeth or have a shower. And 10 is it's good. It's working.
Skipping down
I'm
the street.
skipping down the street. I'm skipping down the street. It might not be that all the ducks are in a row, but it's more that feeling inside. Katie, my love, babe, sweetheart, honey bun. What's your number?
I don't, 7.
And can you give me a word
What do you mean?
for
For what 7 means?
what you're feeling? Can you give me a word around that?
Grand.
My love, sweetheart, babe, love of my life. I'm here if you need me.
Thank you.
This is what we do if we feel like our partner is not in a good place. We don't do. Are you okay? I'm pulling on Katie's t-shirt as we're speaking. Are you okay? There's something wrong with you. Are you sure you're okay? I don't think you're right. I think you're a bit distant. Where's your head at? Which is what we like to do to our partner.
Yes.
And what our partner likes to do to us too. That does not get us anywhere.
No.
No. No.
Ah.
No. We call it in our house sometimes, and I am guilty of this as well, going off to McFarlandland.
Why are you not calling it McFarlandland?
Ah!
Seriously.
You're so smart.
It's kind of just there.
McFarland.
Yeah.
Using that. How have I not seen that?
How have you not seen that before?
How have I not seen it before? Another thing happened to me this week, which I did not see, was bring me back to the quiz, okay? Between our two perimenopausal and proper menopausal minds, bring me back to the quiz. This is a bit boring, but here we go. My two flower pots at the front, one grows more than the other. Very exciting quality content.
Quality.
One grows more than the other. And I was like, what is going on? And my neighbour was over and I was flapping around. I was like, what is going on? She goes, well, clearly one of them gets more sun than the other. And I was like, oh, Lisa, you're such an idiot. And she goes, so like, just swap the pots around. And I was like, what and what? Two things. I had not thought about either of these things. And then she goes, are you taking the hand out of me? Like, are you actually taking? I'm like, no, I'm not taking the hand out of you. Like, I actually did not think about either of these things, which is shocking.
Shocking.
So the flower pots get changed around now on a weekly basis.
Good.
Anyway.
And you can now go to McFarlandland when you are going to do your quizzy thing.
Perfect.
Before you need to do your quizzy thing.
Yes. So if you think your person is in McFarlandland, that's what you say. Can you give me your number? Can you give me your word? I'm here if you need me.
What's your number?
Oh, today? Oh, I'm buzzing today.
10?
Solid 8.5, 9.
8.5, 9.
Solid 8.5, 9. I'm having one of those days where I think I possibly could have bitten off more than I can chew.
Oh.
That would be standard for me. I need to do better in that department. But also, I'm full of adrenaline. I'm going to get it all done. It's going to be fine. I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to go to Tesco's. I'm going to get Jacob's. I'm going to do everything. It's going to be fine. And then I may be tired tonight and wonder why are you so tired, Lisa? And you're like, okay, bitten off more than I can chew kind of day.
Good day to do the podcast and the live and the podcast. Yeah,
exactly.
Great.
All the things. So that's what we do with our partner. So we want to emotionally support. I'm here if you need me. But our job as a partner is to open the door and let our partner come to us.
And does that happen?
Yes, because you know yourself, when you're feeling like a 3 or a 4, somebody telling you that you're not right is not really what you want to hear.
It's kind of like being told to calm down.
In the lifetime of anybody being told to calm down, no one's ever calmed down.
And not always needed to calm down. Thank you very much.
Exactly. So that's the wee tool, and we can then step in, or we can say later on, do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to take the dog a walk? What would you like to do? It's just about opening the door for the emotional support.
Do you have a name for your quiz?
McFarland, obviously.
Oh, that's the name of the quiz. Okay. No, that's what we'll call it now.
Okay.
The McFarland number scheme.
Number scheme. I love that. I can't name it because
for 30 years you called it McFarlandland. You never thought about it. How did you never think
Why
of that?
are you away to McFarlandland?
We did McFarlandland.
Or else I'm away to I think I'm a McFarlandland. That is so silly. I'm so silly. And I would have to say that Nigel's a very intelligent person. Why he didn't... And Nigel loves like all those play on words and things.
There you go, Nigel. That one's for you.
That one is for you, my love. That one is for you. Okay, let's say goodbye to the Instagram people now because I'm getting a bit distracted. Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks. That's beautiful. So it's a very good tool. It's a very good tool to use for our partner because we don't want told what to do. We don't want any of those things. We just need to know that they're there. Don't need nagged and what's wrong. Because here's the thing, even personally, when we are, no matter how self-aware you are, it's hard to know what's wrong. And there's nothing wrong. It's just
not right.
Just not right. And it's really not till you come out of the other side of it that you can say, actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good tip.
I have a backup one, but we can talk about it.
You have a backup one?
I have another one as well.
What, in case that one doesn't work or in case we run out of
Well, no,
things?
you said this a few weeks ago, and it was a mistake of me to not take you up on it. But you said somebody told you that one of the best pieces of advice was that you're not responsible for your person's happiness. So my question is, who is?
They are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in an exam.
So
right?
what does that mean then? So if they are responsible, that means we are. So how are we as individuals looking after our mental health?
Am I meant to answer that like for everybody? How do you think we are?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. No, it's just about bringing awareness to the fact that we can't depend on others to fill our cup.
I did say that was a very good piece of thing. I said. A good piece of thing I said.
It's good.
Nice. It wasn't mine, obviously.
But it is very good.
It is good.
So if our person doesn't look, if it's not our job to look after our persons, and it's not our person to look after ours, what are we doing as individuals to look after our own mental health? It should be something that we are thinking about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, off the top of your head, I'll tell you what I do for my mental health.
You tell me what you do.
Talk to you. Have the crack. I need people. I have to be with people. I'm an extrovert through and through. I'm maybe 5% introvert or whatever.
You're an extroverted extrovert.
I'm an extroverted extrovert. I am confident and I'm an extrovert, and people fill my battery. I like it. I exercise. I go for my walks. Walks apparently are not exercise. Walks are just movement. I have issues with that.
Who says that?
Oh, my friend Alex.
Alex, I don't know you. Are you a man or woman?
She's a woman.
You are wrong.
She's a very fit woman.
Who cares? Take it from me and my big belly. Everyone gives such conflicting advice.
I know.
Walking's the best thing you can do. Walking doesn't do anything for you. You must run. You mustn't run. It'll hurt your knees.
Yes.
You should only swim. Oh, no, don't swim. Go on a bike. I don't know. That's why I do nothing. Just too confusing,
to start. Just too confusing to start. Well, I think walking is good for it, but whether it's classed as it's like golf. Is golf a sport or is golf a pastime?
Ooh, controversial when it comes to golf.
Is pool like snooker and pool?
I don't really think of snooker, pool, and darts as
snooker,
sports.
Pool, and darts are not.
You don't have to be fit.
Okay.
Golf, I think you probably do have to be pretty fit.
But it's only
to be
walking.
good at it. I think walking is exercise.
Now, there's some golfers, not so much now, but there definitely were golfers back in the day who wouldn't have.
Well, there's a very famous presidential golfer, I suppose, not entirely fit. Not meant to be political, so I cut that out.
No, they drive a bit, people like that drive a bit in the
golf
buggy.
carts. Mm-hmm.
Golf's definitely I'll definitely go with the journey with you. People definitely think that darts is a sport.
People do though, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Mm-hmm. I mean, you do have to be skilled, obviously, at throwing darts.
And it's definitely not a pastime because you get paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will have to ask if anybody on Instagram ever listened to anything we say. We could ask them. So
we are decreeing it is not a sport. Darts and snooker and pool and golf.
And walking is what they're saying.
No,
respectfully disagree.
I respectfully disagree with Alex.
Okay.
If we ever meet in person, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. No, you don't. You can have your opinion, and she can have her opinion, and
that's
it's
true.
okay.
Hers is probably more valid than mine, given that she's very fit.
You are an independent woman, and you can have your opinion. That's another thing within relationships. It's like that whole thing. You and I have different opinions and things. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. It's like we convince ourselves that unless our partner thinks it can't be true. You can think something, and it's your truth.
I agree with that, but to some extent, there are some things that
I love this. Mm-hmm.
Partners, like, you kind of, like, should you both be similarly politically minded or religious minded, or does it work?
Or the way you raise your children minded, core values.
Core values,
I think, are very important. Like, a core value is, I would like children, I don't want children. That's going to be a huge issue in your relationship. I want to live in a caravan and tour around the countryside and never own a house and just be someone who just picks up and
I think Billy would do that.
Works remotely. Yes, he would. Works remotely. Or are you a homebody? They are hard things to navigate.
Yes.
As in a relationship. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Other things that you can disagree do you like something and somebody else, or music and things like that. One can like something and the other one doesn't, and it's okay. We get very fixated on these things. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Music is not a core value.
I
don't think.
No, I don't think so. The volume it being played at more like a core value. So that was that. So that's the first little tool, and then the second one was what you were saying about we're not responsible. So if we're not responsible for theirs, then the flip of that is we have to be responsible for our own. So It should be more conscious to us. What are we doing today to be more in control?
Taking
care of is a better word, yeah. Our own mental health. Because our partner deserves an 8, 9 or 10.
8.
An 8.
Eight.
Our partner deserves... all those want letters.
Sorry.
Our partner deserves a solid 7.5, 8, 9 or 10.
Can you say solid 7.5? It's kind of half.
A solid
Halves
half.
aren't solids aren't halves. Sorry, that's just.
You
I'm
said
just
you
being
were
pedantic.
7.5, and I was just meeting you there.
No. You said you were an 8, 7.5, 8. I said I was a 7.
7. Okay. Well, our partner definitely deserves a 7, 8, 9, or even 10. I don't think many people get 10.
Probably on a rare occasion.
Yeah.
On a good day.
Yeah. Or for moments of a good day or something. Yeah. So there we go. So your boss deserves a 7, 8, 9 or 10. Our children deserve us to be a 7, 8, 9 or 10. You know, so it's like we think, and especially I think in this country, we're just not taught that way. You know, serve everybody else, make sure everybody else is happy. You know, don't worry about But it's actually when you flip it on its head, the people we interact with deserve the best version of us. There you go.
That's good. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You should do this for a living or something.
Look at you. I really think that you're almost a believer now. I'm like we have these gentlemen in Belfast, not so much anymore, who like stand in the corner shouting hellfire and damnation.
Oh, this one's an Antrim. Although I don't know how much they shout, they just sort of stand there.
They have a microphone and everything, the ones in Belfast
The ones up in
sometimes.
Portrush do that too sometimes.
I think I'm them to you. And I actually have a microphone.
But I was but are they successful?
I don't.
I can't
believe
imagine
so.
they are. But I mean, I suppose if you convert one, your job here is done.
Your job here is done. Yeah. So I think that's my job. I'm converting you to life coaching. What would
Just
you...
realised I still have my lanyard
I
on.
was about to say...
Why would you not tell me that?
Sorry, it was only when it touched the table there. I was like, she still has that on. So there you go.
Now you
So
all know where I work.
that's what everybody knows we're an Antrim, but that's what I think. I'm converting you. So our best fan Jill is not caught up. Nigel thinks he's caught up, but that's only because he's watched the last one. I'm like, they've missed like 6, but anyway.
But Jill, I thought she was our number 2 fan. Our number 1 fan is my son's friend Marshall,
Who's 14?
who's a 14-year-old boy. Hi Marshall, shout out. But I thought Jill. I thought you were all caught up with us, but she texted you this week. What was it about?
It just said, I'm way upstairs to sort out my pant drawer. That's what it said.
You just thought she was just being
And
very...
I was just like, you know that, is this for me, this text? Why am I getting this text? And I was like, it's a podcast thing. So it was the podcast we talked about. Why do we keep all the pants in the drawer that don't work?
Yeah.
I've now decided it's actually my tummy's the problem, not the pants. But anyway, here we are. Hey ho. And yes, so Jill is now catching up.
But you thought that maybe she's accidentally texting you and not her husband
I
or something?
was like, this is just...
That's
so anyway, so she's almost caught up as well. But...
Good. Hopefully not too many people noticed my foobar with the upload this week.
Faux pas or foobar?
It's foobar, but it's a very rude acronym. I can't repeat. F up beyond all recognition.
Oh.
Maybe it's a military term, let's say.
There you go. You're just a little font of knowledge. Yes, you did
Font
make
or fount? Font.
Mute or moot?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Mute or moot?
It's a moot point. It's a mute
It's
point.
a moot.
It's
these are called eggcorns.
1 second ago, Katie said, what is it we're going to talk about these last 10 minutes? And I said, just start the camera. We'll be fine.
Eggcorns.
Not like from a tree.
Well, that is where it's egg, E-G-G, corn, and it's words that people pick up wrong, and so mute point is incorrect. Mute point is...
Yes, because mute you think is correct. Does it like mute the TV?
Yes.
How does one spell the other one?
M-O-O-T.
Okay.
It's a moot point.
What is it? I understand what it means. Where does it come from?
Sorry.
Shouldn't have put you in the spot like that.
You
It's
have
like
put me
a
on the spot.
Shakespeare thing or something.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, we'll find out for next
It
week.
might be a legal thing. It might be a law thing.
Oh.
Moot. It's a moot point. I really actually just want to pause the podcast, look it up, and come back and pretend I
I
knew.
don't need to do that.
Fine, I won't. But are there eggcorns? Can you think of any?
Egg.
Egg. Yeah,
Where
but
does that come from?
I think it comes from people saying acorns and other people thinking they're saying eggcorns, and then that's the type of word it is. Like, I remember one time telling my friend I was on tender hooks, and she rolled around on the floor laughing at me for 5 minutes before she explained that they're tenter hooks.
Tender hooks.
Tenter.
Tenter.
Tenter hooks.
What does that mean?
That's the type of hook. It's like some kind of fabric they used to spread out, and the little hooks that would are tenter, not tender.
Oh, like drying a tent. I'm going to go. That's
not it, but yes.
Yes, that's just how I'm going to remember that. Tenter hooks.
It's tenter
No, I'm
hooks.
not saying that. That's not.
But that's correct though.
Okay,
Tender hooks are not anything.
What about the names Luke and Look? Luke and
Luke.
Look.
And look.
I think in our accent they're quite different.
It's a family legend. I was going to say Reed family legend. That's my family name. Of my mum, born in Northern Ireland, but we were growing up in England, and my sister got sent home with a homework of words that sound the same but are spelt different. There, and there, where.
Well,
and
that's
where.
just stupid. I hate all those words.
Well, yes,
as you know from
but
my
the word,
text.
the one that the Yorkshire people sent my sister home to, my Northern Irish mother, were paw, and paw.
Like vase, vase, and vase.
but it was paw, and paw.
Purr.
Paw as in the dog's paw.
Paw.
Paw as in you're not very rich.
Purr.
And paw as in pour the water out of the jug.
Poor.
Paw, and paw in Yorkshire.
They're not.
But this is how I say them.
That is mad.
It is silly. Paw, and paw.
That is mad.
You're welcome. Anyway, my mother, in her younger years, was very feisty, and off she went into the school to speak to the teacher about what she was teaching her children.
Love it. Did she express to her that poor, and paw,
purr and paw
are three different things? You can't even say them.
See, I would always struggle with Mr. Murr.
Murr.
I actually have to form my lips in advance before I can say the sound.
It's like me with cocktail sausages.
So every time she's away, I don't know how often we're talking about cocktail sausages.
You put up Mr. Moore.
Murr.
That's worse. That mouth is worse than mine when I do
It's not as bad. It's the fact you managed to find a pause in that word. Cocktail sausages.
I have to, or it doesn't come out right.
Oh, let's hear it.
Cocktail sausages. That's not right. It's like I try to make it all one syllable. Doesn't work. Baby sausages.
Baby sausages. Wieners, even.
Oh.
That's what the Americans call them.
Dearie bless us all. That's a whole different conversation right there. So anyway, all those words that are, they're confusing for me. All those spellings of those words are
Pacific and specific. Oh, that one bothers me when people say it's a very Pacific thing. I'm like, no, that's specific.
Yeah.
There are other ones that, I can't think of.
How close do you have to be to somebody to say it is actually...
Me, not very.
Tenter hooks.
me. I'd be, if someone walking past me in the street, I'd be like, excuse me.
It's actually,
I was eavesdropping on your conversation
on your
and you said that wrong.
use of the English language. When, at Easter there, when the girls were home, they said something to me, and it was a wonderful parenting thing that I did, and I have no recollection of it at
like growing up.
Mm-hmm. So we were talking about like getting home from work and realizing you have a bit of spinach in your tooth and nobody has told you that all day long, or like the poppy seeds, the black poppy seeds, and you're like, you look at yourself and you're like, seriously, does everybody just hate me? So we were talking about this just at the table, and their little friend was over, Grace, and Elise chirped and she goes, yes, Mama, it's a 15-second rule, remember? And Grace was like, yes, Lisa, you said if you can fix it in 15 seconds, tell them. No.
You don't remember ever saying.
I don't remember ever.
And their friend
they all use
remembered it too from you saying it.
And both the girls remembered it and their friend. No, I clearly saw that in the TV programme, used it and never thought about it again.
Yet it imprinted in their brains for life.
Mad.
That's really funny.
Mad. I do remember telling them, you know, when you're out at a posh restaurant and the knives are really shiny, not like the ones in my house, and you can like check the knife to see if you've got things in your tooth. Oh, and that's a good one, isn't it? I do remember telling them that, but the 15-second one, no clue. Speaking of things that happened that people need to tell you about, I sat on lily dust. And white treasure.
Oh dear. I actually just have issue with lilies in general.
Do you?
I cannot stand the smell of them because they instantly remind me of my granddad's funeral.
Yeah.
Which was 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, but I smell that smell and I'm right back in that room.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I like them. I like the smell. I like the smell of them, but I am sort of aware people come to your house that people don't like them, so it wouldn't be.
Oh, is it not just a me thing?
Oh, it's not just you thing.
Oh, I thought it was just
lots
a me
of people
thing.
don't like them.
Oh.
So, but in my other job, the person had said to me there was lilies there, and I've taken them out because they were going. And I was like, no problem. I sat down on a bench inside my property. I sat down on the bench and thought to myself, smells like lilies here. There were no visible lilies, but Elise was on the phone chatting away to her, good 15 minutes, got up, went for my business, and one of the employees said, Lisa, what have you done to yourself?
Was it a lot of lily dust?
And then, you know, I looked at white trousers, obviously. I looked, you know how you can only see so far behind yourself, and there was like a few stains on like my calf.
What had your other person done, like shaken the lilies as she was taking them away?
Very true. I went up the stairs. It was like, you know that movie, Train Spotting. It wasn't quite like that.
Oh.
It was everywhere. Over my trousers. I walked in and I said, I have to leave.
It really stains though too.
I have to leave. Went to Marks and Spencer's with my jacket tied around my waist. Walked in. Put a pair of trousers on, very similar to the ones I had on. Came out and said to the lady, I have to buy these trousers that are on my body right now.
Did you really?
Yes. And she said, what did you do? I was like, I can't even. And then, of course, I ended up showing her the other trousers. And she goes, oh, absolutely no problem. So she had to come around the till and everything with the wee gun. Scan my backside. I was like, there better be one of the security tags on this if I'm going to.
I wish she'd been like, hop up on the counter.
Just pop up there. So that was my. That's what we should do. Disasters of the week. That's just I always have
disasters
some.
of the week. Yeah, we probably could fill a whole podcast.
I always have some. So there you go. But I did get I got all the lily stains out.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Just
washing, and then hanging them out in the line in the sun. Kind of bleached it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That was a football kit trick. Someone told me. Putting stuff out in the line when you can't get it white. Put it out in the line.
Just wet or
just like too dry, but then leave it there for quite a long time. It's almost like the sun bleaches it.
Oh, well, there you go. 15-second rule: bleaching your t-shirts.
Yeah, don't sit in lily stains. Yeah, it's all good. That's
just wear the clothes out of the shop.
Oh, speaking of that, do you ever eat things in Tesco's before you've paid for them?
No, do you?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You can't do that.
I know. Everybody hates it, and I love it.
I do think it's possible. Once as a young mum that maybe I let one of my boys eat something. No, I think I thought about it and then didn't. You do that?
Uh-huh.
That's
my mum always let me do it.
thieving.
My mum always let me do
Theft.
it. My mum always let me do it.
Well,
in
is
Stuart's,
your mummy right all the time?
in Stuart's, she's ready to keep me quiet. In Stuart's in Glengormley, you went to the butcher's counter and you got, like, I would never eat this in my life if you put it in front of me now. If I was spam.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was made in like a teddy bear face.
Yeah.
Remember?
They still make those.
No, too.
So bad.
So you got it measured, and then she would open it for me without ripping off the price tag and everything, and I would sit in the trolley and I would eat that going around what was called Stuart's in Glengormley. So for me, it was just normal thing. So I let my kids do it. I just was like normal until I was with somebody. They were like, you know, you're stealing right now. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna. And they're like, no. You're definitely stealing. I'm like, well, I'm eating like jelly babies walking around Tesco.
Do you still do it?
I still do it. Open packet of crisps.
Tesco going to have your photo up.
The only thing that puts me off now is it's kind of because the trolleys are kind of, I'm like conscious that like the gross germs or something, like you're pushing a trolley and then you're doing that. Totally do it all the time. Have you ever accidentally stolen something from Tesco?
Yes, but I have returned it. I one time when my first boy was quite
Was
little.
the pride you said that way?
No, it's because the woman thought I was an idiot because I returned it. She was very kind, but my baby was sitting he was big enough to sit in the trolley, and I had filled a bag full of limes. I don't remember why I needed so many limes, but I'd hung them on the trolley.
Like in the front of him sort of thing?
Yeah, and then I'd paid for everything and left, and as I was taking them out, I found them. But I walked back in to pay for them, and she's like,
seriously.
why did you come back in?
I definitely found like petty faloos and things under Lara's car seat and did not go back in because you're like, you got 3 of them into the car. You're like, I'm not doing that.
Well, yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
I did actually very recently accidentally attempt to steal something in Asda and with the self-scan. I didn't actually attempt. No, it was an accident.
Oh.
So I'd scanned 2 things. I thought, well, I'd scanned a whole trolley load, but these 2 things. And then I looked and went, oh, why did I scan those crisps twice? And I deleted one and off I went. But instead of scanning the crisps and the biscuits, I just scanned the crisps twice.
Okay,
not the biscuits. So, of course, that's one of the things they pulled out. And then they had to scan the whole trolley, which, understandable, they think I'm stealing a packet of biscuits, which she then scanned and set on the counter and I left without.
Oh, nightmare. And now every time you go back, you'll be on high alert. And they'll be on high alert for you. It happened to me one time and it was ridiculous. Then for about 20 times I got scanned.
I actually thought they would be. But I've been in since and they haven't done it since.
That's good. That's good. I love the doot. I love the self-scanner. And that's really not stealing because you practically half paid for it.
No,
it's
that
on
is still
the doot.
stealing.
No, it's in the doot. It's on the doot.
It's not the same thing. Still, the contract has not been signed at that point.
So once you put your card, once you paid, could you eat your jelly tots on the way out the door?
Yeah, you've paid. You own them now.
So in the premises, okay, once you... Okay.
Yes, it's because you have an exchange of money.
Exchange of energy, yes.
No money.
Energy.
No.
Yes, it's just energy. It all just comes and goes.
And on that note... I think we're done.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.